If you have any questions or concerns about this week's episode, please call or text producer Dan at 778-288-9255. Start the party, Dan! Time to turn it up, we're getting crazy, going wild, talking nasty stuff. Doom scrolling hell, like what's up? Fire, boom, roast, bad post, sticking up the replies. We don't want to go to school, we don't want to get a job. We just want to get online and get our asses blocked. We don't follow the rules, we do whatever we want. It's block party, the podcast, like we're tweeting a duck. Block party, block party. Block party, my missus is fun. Block party, block party, block party, I quote tweeted a duck. Hello, friends, idiots, and friends who are also idiots. Welcome to your favorite podcast about social media and rejection. It is Blocked Party. This is episode number 294. I'm John.
I'm Stefan.
And with us is a great guest, a first-time guest on the program, a stand-up comedian and the host of the brand new podcast, Uncontrolled Variables. Alex Berr is here. Hi, Alex.
Hi, Alex.
Hi, it is Alex Berr. I guess we should have gone over that before we started.
John's usually very good at doing that as well.
In fairness, it's not spelled like that.
Yeah, no, totally. Agreed.
Alex, can you apologize to John, please? How
rude. You fucked
I'm sorry,
me,
John.
Alex.
Yeah.
He's an H in there. Give me an 8. Give me an H in there or something, you know?
Yeah. No, I'm humiliated. Should I go? I'll go.
No, I'm humiliated. I never fuck up the pronunciation. I feel very bad.
Yeah.
Sorry for not knowing that. What's the background that I fucked it up there?
I don't know. We always my mom's mom is Greek. My mom's whole family is Greek, and she would always say that my dad is nothing in comparison. So we think kind of like German and Scottish, right. And I don't know, white. Who cares?
Yeah. It has a German, right? Because like you would spell like hair the same way. Like if you're addressing like a German mister, spelled the same way but with an H, and you say hair. So,
do you speak German?
No. I know like 6 German words.
Yeah.
I got like Bitte, Guten Tag, Willkommen, and
Guten Tag is 2.
Oktoberfest.
Yeah. That's pretty
good. And Weimar Republic.
That's not Republic, I don't think is a German word.
No, it's not. But
yeah,
you know, that's about all I have.
Stefan, you're kind of like a language genius.
What can I say? Yeah, I'm sort of the smart guy of the pod. So,
well, I was going to say, Alex, I mean, you might be the smartest person we've ever had on the podcast. I mean, you have a PhD in neuroscience.
Oh my God.
God, you are getting everything wrong today, John.
What is it? PhD in neuro what? Neuro something.
No, biomedical engineering.
Same shit. And then people will say that's the same shit.
I feel like it's not.
It's close enough.
Is it? Yeah.
I guess biomedical engineering is harder.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't say it's harder, but if you want to think that, I wouldn't correct you, I guess.
Do you? Okay.
Yeah.
Did you do like is biomedical engineering in the same realm of like the other engineerings? Like, did you get the ring and all that stuff?
Yeah, I didn't get the ring because I'm not a fucking loser, but I did. I was like in the engineering school in undergrad and grad school. And so you have to take like all of the same like prereq sort of thing. So everyone's in the same physics class, like chemistry class, math class, that sort of thing.
Gotcha. So you could have had the ring, or you did go to the ring ceremony, but you don't wear the ring.
I actually maybe think the ring is a Canadian thing.
Oh, is it only Canadian?
It sounds Canadian to me.
I think so.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like a signet ring, like a pinky ring or something.
It's a pinky ring. Yeah. It doesn't have a signet on it though. It's kind of like it's just like a plain kind of like silver ring. But I know friends that have graduated and they're like not allowed to tell you what happens at the ceremony and stuff. It's like, yeah.
We didn't have that, but I did. I did get inducted into a biomedical engineering secret society when I was in university.
Okay.
Tell us more.
I thought it was going to be cool. Basically, they sent me an email and they were like, your dedication and scholarship have not gone unnoticed. You're being inducted into a like secret drinking society, I think they said.
Wow.
And then, yeah, and they told me to go to the library and find like a book. And in the book was a letter. And then I had to go to this like garden at midnight. And once I got there, so like at this point, I didn't even know it was a science thing. I thought it was like more elite than that.
Right.
But once I got there, it was like all people I knew from classes, and they were like, drink, bitch, basically. And so it's just like an excuse for people to drink, I guess. And they only met like once, and then it wasn't a thing anymore. So I don't feel bad telling your, I don't know, hundreds.
Oh, like they were trying to establish a secret society and it didn't happen.
Didn't take off.
I don't know, because there was all this like lore around it. Like there were names, and there was like a document they read off of. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe it's still going on.
Yeah. And they had like a scavenger hunt. I will say, I think like if you're being invited to a secret society via email, that should sort of tip you off that it's like, okay, like how good is the secret society going to be if they're emailing you the invite, right?
So you're blaming me for going? I should have had
No. I feel like if you get the email invitation, you have to keep your expectations kind of low, I think, right?
Yeah.
But
I'm sorry,
also,
are you in any secret societies?
I can't tell you. I'll tell you one thing. I haven't been emailed any invitations to them. So, but I think it is cool that they like hid a letter in a book and everything, and they tried to play it up a little bit. But that would set your expectations a bit higher, right? Because you've got that whole thing going on. You're sort of playing into it a bit, and then it just kind of
I also thought I was like very important in college, so I think I didn't expect it to be so lame. I was like, well, of course I'm getting inducted into a prestigious secret society.
That definitely does suck when you go to like any type of event or party that you think is going to be cool and then it just sucks. That's not a good feeling, especially if you had to do pre-work. Like you had to go to this library and you had to do all this shit. And then you're like, oh, I just see these people every day. This sucks. What the hell?
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, we should, Stefan, you and I should start like a secret podcasters society.
Okay. How would that work? What would that entail?
Well, we obviously got to send out some emails.
Okay.
And then we'll just see where we go from there. I don't know. Like, yeah, I'm not sure. They're having like, I just saw today, they're having a podcast summit in Calgary in the fall, where it's like you can, it's one of those things where you can like pay to go, and then they have people speaking at it and all this stuff.
Yeah, that sounds good. That sounds fun.
You should invite me to speak. Yeah, I'll talk about having a stupid pod on this.
Is it just called the podcast summit? What is it?
It's called Pod Summit.
Pod Summit. Okay. All right.
Yeah,
so
they shortened
podcast to pod, so that's pretty cool already.
That is pretty cool. Yeah, it's just kind of, I was looking at the website today, and they were like, yeah, we're gonna have people talking. It's
you know what?
It's for rookie and seasoned podcasters.
It says brightest minds and most innovative voices. So I think we're just out immediately.
Yeah, we're really stupid. Like Alex, you have a podcast. Your new podcast is about science.
Well, yes, it's about the lives of scientists, because I think that the market for science podcasts is saturated. But I think that scientists have very interesting stories and people aren't really telling them. Like the stories that are being told about scientists are either like Big Bang Theory or Oppenheimer. And there's a huge amount of people who fall in the middle and have really interesting stories to tell. So that's the pitch.
Okay.
I mean, I like that. That's
good.
I'm
on board. Yeah.
Do you know scientists though? Like you're talking about a lot of scientists being in the middle, but like, do you know Big Bang Theory-esque scientists? Because I feel like I would hate them.
I guess I've never seen the Big Bang Theory.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. What is that show about? Dudes who are unsocial and scientists.
Yeah, and they say like bazinga, I think, on there, right, Stefan?
They say
I don't know.
bazinga. Well, one guy says bazinga.
One guy says bazinga, and he's. I guess we know he's on the spectrum, or we're meant to believe he's on the spectrum.
I think he is. Like his character is supposed to be on the spectrum,
officially on the spectrum. And yeah, they're all like nerds.
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't know. I know a lot of scientists who like fuck, I think that
is that the first question on every episode of the pod.
Yeah.
So like you fuck, right?
I have a friend who's a scientist who's also a professional dominatrix, and I'm like,
whoa,
come do my podcast. Yeah,
wow.
It's like it's cool. Yeah.
That is cool.
So yeah, just want to tell their stories, and yeah, it's called Uncontrolled Variables. Anywhere you get podcasts.
Good plug. Smooth. I think I know you bring on a comedian with you to talk about the scientists, and I think you should bring Stefan on for the dominatrix one. I think Stefan would love that.
That could be fun, I think.
Stefan's a little pain piggy.
Yeah, we did do cuckold night on my Twitch stream last week, which I don't know how we got away with that. Well, we got away with it by not calling it cuckold night officially. I think that's against.
Oh, okay. That's
against TOS, but it was a very successful stream. People seem to enjoy it quite a bit.
But what does that mean? What does cuckold night mean?
Well, you can see, I went and sat on that stool in the corner. And then we had another, because I have a stream with a friend of both mine and John's and Dan's, Jesse Farrar. I have a stream with him.
Jesse's my friend.
Okay. Anyway, he's my co-host on there, and the idea was I was like host cucked. So I sat back there, and then we brought on someone else to host with Jesse, and they had like a great time together. And I'm just like sitting back in the corner, being like, how's the stream going, guys? It looks like it's a lot of fun. And they're just like, you're like, shut up, pig. Shut the fuck up, you little freak.
So you guys are just like you guys are fully out of ideas, eh?
That was one of my ideas. Yeah, we have some ideas. Yeah, we're gonna do Cuckold Night 2 probably at some point. I wouldn't say we're
too old.
I wouldn't say we're running out of ideas, John, because I think what I was thinking for Cuckold Night 2 is I would get like a slightly higher stool.
What does that have to do with anything?
Just changes the dynamic a little bit because I'm not as low down. I'm a little bit higher up.
Yeah. I see. Are you jacking off?
No, I'm not allowed to. No, I have to retain. I'm not allowed to. That's the whole thing. I'm just there. And also, I'm not allowed. We're streaming on Twitch, John. Come on. I mean, that's ridiculous.
Well, it could be implied.
No, I don't think you can even imply it, actually. I think you get in trouble for that.
You get in trouble for implying you're jacking off?
I believe so.
But then explain all the like big titty streamers that are definitely implying that they're doing stuff.
I think they're trying to
camera.
cut down on that sort of thing. But then then like 6 months later, they'll change all the rules again. It's really stupid. They don't know what they want. The people running Twitch are... Look, I stream on there a lot, so I have to be... I mean, I can't say anything too crazy, I think, but... it's like, I don't know what the fuck is going on over there. But I was allowed to do Cuckold Night on the stream. We just couldn't call it Cuckold Night. We called it Stefan's Big Night, I think. Sounds like that movie Baby's Day Out, sort of. But yeah, that's... yeah.
Would it surprise you to hear that I have never been on Twitch in my life?
You know what? It's not... Yeah, I mean...
I thought you were going to say, would it surprise you that I've never been cucked before? That's where I thought you were going with it.
That's not... Twitch is not always like that. I feel
Obviously.
like that was the first, I think, official Cuckold Night on Twitch that I know of.
I mean, I don't think so, but it's usually the people who are watching that are being
true. I think that's a good point.
Just by virtue of what is happening on the thing they're watching.
Yeah. No, Twitch is. I mean, there's people on there who are there's like nice stuff on there too. But yeah, there's like live podcasts and stuff on there. I guess I just said nice stuff and then live podcasts, but yeah, it's fun. I mean, you can do. I think John is right in that we were sort of running out of ideas, because that was like allowed to happen. But it's a good time. I enjoy it, and John streams on there too sometimes. So
not in like a year.
Yeah, but you have an account.
Yeah, I have an account. I have a lot, like, for Twitch, I have a lot of followers.
Yeah.
Like, it's not a lot of followers, but considering that, like, the average follower rate on Twitch is, like, 2.
Yeah.
Like, I think I have 1,000 followers.
Yeah, no, I think you're doing good.
I should stream more, but I don't want to.
Well, it sucks. Streaming sucks. So
Yeah,
Alex,
so
like,
that's
do you
what-
know anything? Like, what do you know about Twitch? I guess you know more now, but
Yeah, it's like Reddit but videos is kind of what it seems like to me.
yeah.
Like
I
you
think
watch people
that's pretty
play
good.
video games.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah. The main thing on there is still people playing video games. And like we'll play video games on there occasionally, but it's also just people just like fucking around and having a good time and having fun, you know? And I think it's pretty cool. John, wouldn't you agree?
Wouldn't I agree with what?
That Twitch is pretty cool.
Yeah, I mean, I guess.
Yeah. It's not.
I don't understand it. I've never seen anything on Twitch and thought that is for me.
I will say I've been streaming on there for almost 7 years now, and I still don't understand the appeal of some of the more really popular streamers, the streamers who get 50,000 viewers, like XQC, who's just like a French Canadian guy who like gambles and like screams. And I guess part of it is that like they have like kids watching them. And we
I think that's
really
mostly
have that.
Twitch.
It is. It really is. It's odd because you'll see like our Twitch chat is so nice. You've been on the stream a few times. Our chat is like, as far as Twitch chats go, very, very nice.
Not to me, usually.
Well, no, but you sort of bring that on yourself.
How do I bring that on myself? What do I do?
Dan?
You bring it on yourself, John. Come on.
Yeah.
Doing what?
Being
What?
you.
Oh my God. Very rude.
Fucking horny bastard.
Horny. What did I even do now? I'm getting it from all sides here. This is nasty.
I'm
You'd like
sorry,
that,
John. I'm
wouldn't you?
sorry. Oh my God.
Dan, would you go to bed?
Actually, I do want to ask this to Dan. Dan, are you going to sleep right after this?
I don't know. Probably not.
Dan has been awake for roughly 28 hours as we're recording this. So, yeah, I'll say this. I don't know that I've ever had a night where I was just like, yeah, I just never got tired, so I didn't go to bed.
Yeah.
Like that's how you described it, Dan. Is you're like, I just didn't feel like I just never felt.
Are
like
you
I
still
should go
jet
to
lagged
bed.
from Japan, or?
Maybe a little bit, but I don't know. Like I was mostly back to a normal schedule.
Yeah.
Kind of.
Alex, it's 11 p.m. over there, right?
It's 11 p.m. I've worked an honest day's work. I am ready for bed, but also I'm here for a bedtime story. So I think learning about Twitch is just that for me.
Yeah, that'll put you to sleep for sure. and I will say it's interesting when we have someone.
Tell me more about your Twitch channel.
When we have someone who
wait, so there's a chat feature or like?
Oh, that's like that's a big part of it actually is the interactivity of it. It's so great, and you just like you have like the little candle and like the little sleeping cap and everything. It is fun doing a podcast where there's like a big time zone difference, I find, because John, I think you'll agree with me, when we do we haven't done a late night pod for a while, I feel like.
No.
But when we in the past have done 10 p.m., 11 p.m. podcasts, the energy is it's a little unpredictable.
Yeah.
Whereas right now for us, it's just it's 3 p.m., it's 4 p.m. where John is. It's like the doldrums of the day, you know?
Energy very predictable for us, but Alex, I mean, you got to be the wild card here, you know?
Yeah.
Going nuts.
Fucking crazy.
Podcasting at 11. Holy shit, dude. Is it?
Wait, can I ask you guys a question?
Yeah, please.
Sorry to kind of host for you, but
no, that's
do you
fine.
guys have
Someone needs to do it. So,
do you guys have day jobs?
John,
oh my God, the hugest silence I've ever heard.
John, do you want to go first?
Well, just because Stefan looked like he wanted to jump in. Stefan does not have a day job.
Well,
I don't know what he was.
I do have a day job.
Well,
and
okay,
and
Stefan's
it's
job.
pretending to get cucked on Twitch. That's that's
Stefan
literally
streams 4 hours a day every day.
The podcast and the Twitch stream are that's like my full-time thing.
Those are his jobs.
Yeah.
I was a high school teacher, but now I do this and comedy and curling media. So
sick. It's just funny to hear you be like, oh yeah, 3 p.m. such a slump in the day when you've just been like on a video for 4 hours.
Well, I called into another stream earlier today, and then I did my stream at 8 a.m. this morning. And then I was kind of sitting
Whoa.
around. I was sitting around waiting for FedEx to show up, and they did the classic thing of driving by, stopping out front for like a minute, and then leaving without attempting to contact me for the third day in a row. So that's
Stefan
been
actually got hot earlier, which I've
You don't see
I've
me
known
get mad
Stefan
very
a long
often.
time.
I'm mad.
I've known Stefan a long time, and I've only seen him get genuinely mad like 3 times ever.
Yeah.
And today was one of those 3. He was like
Yeah.
genuinely hot. At
When I
FedEx.
got the text from them where it's like, "Hey, we attempted to deliver." No, you didn't. I'm here. I don't leave my apartment.
He's popped. He's
constantly
popped
here. I'm
off.
fused to this chair. Like I'm not going anywhere. If you actually do attempt to contact me, I will be here. And you know what fucking sucks is that they're going to attempt to deliver tomorrow, and I'm out for a lot of tomorrow. We're recording an episode tomorrow, and then I'm out most of the afternoon. So 100% what's going to happen tomorrow is they're going to actually attempt to deliver, and I won't be there. And we'll see if I can even. Anyway, it's just.
What kind of like GIMP mask are you getting delivered by FedEx?
Well, I usually get that straight off Amazon, so that's just Canada Post. And that's Prime. That's same day delivery. That's no problem.
Can you get like GIMP stuff on Amazon?
Well, let's take a look. Pulling it up right now. Let's see. I'm sure you can. I'm sure.
Can you? It feels like, doesn't Amazon kind of draw a line at that shit?
Just
Or can you-
immediately found GIMP mask. Yeah, no,
Okay.
I found.
Can you get
yeah,
like dildos and shit off there?
Just,
feel like I've never-
for
yeah.
sure.
oh,
Okay.
yeah.
I actually know
Oh,
that.
yeah.
Wait, I know that you can because my boyfriend had a boyfriend dropped this early in the episode. He had a Jackass themed 30th birthday party.
Yeah.
And he ordered like a bunch of stuff from Amazon. One of the things was dildos, and then I'm pretty sure he returned them after the party.
Wow.
Smart.
It's so
Amazon
fucked up.
Amazon has a good return policy. That's smart.
How was the Jackass theme? Like, what was the dildo thing? Like, they whipped each other with dildos?
Like the dildo cannon in
Yeah,
Jackass 2?
probably.
Yeah.
I don't know the lore. I wasn't there. He hired an exotic reptile man to come.
You
Now-
made
It was
they
like-
made an iguana suck on a dildo. I guess iguanas aren't that exotic.
I'm
but-
glad he's happy, you know.
Well, I was
I-
gonna say, like, is this your boyfriend doing this? Is this like cool to you, or were you like, Jesus Christ?
I think it's cool that he had an idea and he executed it with so much passion.
Okay,
That is
okay.
let me tell you something. I have heard that verbatim so many times, and I know exactly what it means. That's so nice of you to say. I know what you mean when you say that.
Very diplomatic.
Yeah.
Very diplomatic. Will he
Yeah.
listen to this? Is he like does he consume, any type of Alex content that's out there?
I would hope so. Yeah.
Okay,
I
okay.
think he does. And yeah. Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
I'll send it to him.
Well, no, I mean, I just, my wife is a huge Block Party fan, listens to every episode. But then I have my like new metal podcast, and she's like, absolutely not, never listening to that in my life. So
Yeah.
I just wasn't sure where your boyfriend was on the scale of
Other classic thing to say, by the way.
podcast boyfriend.
Other classic thing to say, by the way, is well, if it makes you happy,
Yeah.
like
That's the classic. If you're happy, I'm happy.
Yeah. Oh boy. And by the way, that's not true.
No, when they're saying that, they're not happy.
They're not happy. Yeah.
Yeah.
They're
it's
happy
not a
if you're happy.
Wow, we are really doing a my wife guy podcast. Right?
Well, he's not wearing the shirt. Oh my god, it's so do you have the shirt handy right now?
It's upstairs.
He's literally the last time we recorded. Was it yesterday you were wearing it? It was, right?
No, it was it was on the weekend. I wore
right,
it with
yeah.
with the Matt O'Brien episode.
Yes,
but you can
that's right.
see it on the Blocked Party Twitter or Instagram. Here, I'll pull it up.
His wife got him a shirt that says "wife guy" and has a bunch of pictures of her on it.
Yeah.
Amazing.
I don't know if you can see it there, but it's there you go.
You can kind of see it. Yeah.
Oh, I really like that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
it was for our second wedding anniversary because that's the cotton anniversary. So she got me it's a shirt that says "wife guy" in the kind of like rap, like late 90s, early aughts rap album font.
Yeah.
and then has a bunch
Yeah,
of pictures of her.
My boyfriend has a similar shirt that my sister got him for Christmas, and it says Alex on it, and it has pictures of me.
Oh, okay, yeah.
That's good. Does he wear it?
Yeah.
Because my wife was very concerned that, because I think it's very funny and I would absolutely just wear it out in public because I don't care and I think it's funny, but she's very like nervous that that's going to make it seem as though she's like trying to own me or whatever. Like people will see that and they'll be like, oh my God, like is this woman insane? Like she makes this guy wear pictures of herself on his shirt.
Did you lose like your fantasy football pool and this is your punishment or something?
Yeah.
I think it's a great
Where are
looking
we
shirt.
at with yeah, it's
Sorry,
nice.
go
I
ahead.
like it.
Yeah.
No, I was gonna make a joke, but it's about 2 minutes too late. Do you want to hear it anyway?
Honestly,
please.
That's like we do that all the time.
That's the spirit of our show.
The spirit of
and
the show.
honestly, if someone gives you shit about it, just blame it on the time difference.
Exactly. Yeah.
yeah. You'll hear it in about 8 hours. No, the joke is where God, this sucks. You said,
is there a way I can tee you up to make it seem more like
more natural? Yeah.
Oh yeah. Say my wife feels like doesn't want to feel like she owns me.
Okay.
Or whatever.
Yeah, like when I'm wearing it out in public, like my wife doesn't want people to think like, oh my God, does this guy's wife like own him?
Where are we at with husband ownership laws in Canada these days?
Pretty good.
That was worth it.
I'm glad we went back for it.
It was worth it. I'm looking at the GIMP masks on Amazon, by the way, and it's very funny to me. It's so funny to me to have, you know how Amazon has like the fake brand names where it's like they just made up a name that sounds like so stupid. It's like not a word.
I had an air fryer that was VP Cock.
Yeah, I mean, it's stuff like
awesome.
that, or the classic one, which I think I've talked about here before, is Kufandi, which makes like insane like silk shirts and stuff. It's very funny to see that, but for like latex sex masks. So it'll be like Y Summer, just that one, Mixar, Yammy, Galaku,
Yammy.
Burmal,
I got this Yammy mask.
Suchat, Burmal again, Get Dot, Life Song, Mokalore, Jopto, Get Dot again, Yo Lispa.
Can I just say, we've said this on the show many times before. Whatever you're into, good for you is fine.
Yeah.
As long as it's not illegal, we're happy for you. But like masks just couldn't do less for me. The idea of putting like a leather mask on my face and like zipping it up and shit.
Yeah.
That could not turn me on less.
Yeah. What about a Kesselwell handmade full leather dog face?
Stefan really glossed over that. So that was a real sort of admission of, okay, well, that's your opinion.
John just messaged me in the chat and asked me how much those things are running for, Stefan.
The Kesselwell mask is $53.99. It is Prime, free delivery by Saturday, July 6th. So that's not too bad.
Have you ever worn a GIMP mask, Stefan?
I have not. But you know what? I'm gonna say never because that 100% is something that I would just wear on stream.
100. I know. Right? That's why. That was my thought.
Puppy mask or whatever, right?
Which mask?
The puppy, like the dog one.
Does he have that?
Yeah, he bought it to wear for like 10 seconds at the end of a YKS episode.
Oh, you're right. He does have that. I mean, I have a lot
to get him to send it to me, but he won't.
I have a lot of stupid costumes that I bought for like one-off jokes on the stream, and it's just a huge waste of money.
Yeah, I would have never thought you wore a GIMP mask in a sexual situation. I was strictly thinking, did you ever wear it on your Twitch stream?
Yeah. The other company that I've been sort of obsessed with recently is it's like a pet company, and I forget how I found it. I'm gonna link it here, Dan. Maybe you can bring it up. We talked about this.
I'll try.
I think Jesse maybe even talked about this on YKS as well, but it's a company called So, and it's just like everything about it is so completely insane to me. They sell pigeon diapers. What else do they sell here?
For what? Okay.
They sell cat eye patches.
Okay, well that's cool.
They sell
What's
goat
a pigeon?
udder
Well, what would
bags.
you need a pigeon diaper for? If you keep pigeons in your home?
I believe that's what it's for, so they don't shit in your house.
I cannot put this on screen because it won't open incognito, and if I open it on Amazon, it shows my.
It shows your address. Okay,
Yeah,
that's okay. Well, if you guys want to click on the link, you can go through and see some. My favorite thing on here is either the horse mirror. which has
Pigeon diaper with leash.
Yeah, the horse mirror has really bad reviews because the mirror just keeps like dropping and breaking in the horse's like enclosure or whatever.
Man,
and then
the cat eye patch is sick. You got to get one of those for Kiki.
cat eye patch is really, really good.
Yeah.
There's a dog eye patch as well. There's a goose dress.
I like that a lot of these just seem like the items were photoshopped into these photos with the animals. Like, for example, the waterproof mane bags, horse mane guard protectors, holder cover bags for equine, horse, pony, protect mane from dirt breakage.
I don't think the horse is wearing those in the picture.
No, absolutely they're not wearing them in that photo. No chance.
Yeah. Anyway, everyone go check out Yu's show.
Sugar glider bonding scarf, bonding pouch, travel sling carrier bag with 4 air holes for pet.
Okay.
Do people have sugar gliders as pets? Is that I guess they do?
Enough that there's stuff on Amazon to buy for them. My favorite thing is the sweater for skinny pig. A skinny pig is a hairless guinea pig.
I like that.
And I guess they need sweaters.
I do like the last item here as well. 2-pack swim cap for dog. And it's ear protectors. It's just like the old school swim cap where it's got like the 2 ear protectors for the dog.
And it says dog snood, swim snood, dog ear protector.
Yeah.
I don't know what a snood is, but
it's obviously some kind of SEO thing.
Let me just Alex.
Oh, maybe that's the type of cap is a snood.
It could be. If you want to click on this
it's
one,
like a kind of scarf, I think.
Yeah.
Yes.
If you want to click on this one, just because the picture itself is so funny, and I don't think the dog is actually wearing this again.
No, definitely not.
No,
definitely not. But it's a really cute dog.
It's really good. Yeah.
And it has a 2.4 rating.
Yeah.
What are people saying
I tried to
about
put this
it?
eye patch on my dog and he hated it.
Horrible. Cannot believe that this is $16 and change for a product that has not been tested and reviewed better. Leaving it up to the public like us for something that can hurt our dogs because that patch can actually scratch the dog's eye and there's no way to actually have it loop over without falling off the dog because there's no strap to the back. I would give this a 0. Unable to keep it on.
Some of these snood reviews are really good. Not sure if I can keep these. The odor is so strong they're smelling my whole room up. I don't want this next to my dog's face.
This one's funny. 3 stars, not worth it. They will cover the eye, but really hard to keep on the dog. You don't have to give it 3 stars at that point. I think you can give it 1 star safely.
Yeah, you can give it one star. Yeah, this one's good too. Flimsy and cheap. Waste of money. Would never protect your dog's ears. Returned.
God.
It's for the eyes, isn't it?
No, I'm on the snood.
You're
I'm
on
on
the
the
snood. Yeah,
I'm on the snood. Yeah.
Yeah.
Which I just learned today is a term. So
Snood.
that's kind of cool.
Yeah.
I didn't know.
May I please go get my charger for a
Oh
second?
yeah, sorry.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Absolutely.
I'm so sorry.
That's okay.
No, you're
I'm
fine.
gonna keep looking at Gimp masks. So, what do we have here? Git dot. I need to find one that has a bunch of reviews.
Mhm.
This one only has 1. Okay. Oh, this is a ski mask that says.
I don't know if I would
yes,
trust the
Daddy
Gimp
on it.
mask from Amazon.
No,
either.
I mean it's gonna smell so.
It's gonna
bad,
smell
because a
really
latex
bad,
mask
I
in
feel
general is just not gonna smell.
It's gonna
great,
smell
right?
bad anyway.
Yeah.
Why don't you
Like
send
an
it to
elite-
Jesse first, and you can test out.
Oh,
test
that's a
it
good
out.
That's a good
idea.
call.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Gimp night on the Go Off Kings. I think that actually is probably not allowed. I don't know if there's any way to really get around the rules with that
Like
one.
wearing them.
I don't know.
I think that's fine.
Right?
Well,
I mean, you
just
can
say
wear
it isn't
masks.
Do they
sexual.
have like video AI detection kind of
I
thing
don't. I
where they
literally.
can?
I think it comes down to people just reporting it. So our chat just
see.
wouldn't report it. I'm pretty sure.
Well, yeah.
Okay. The ski mask that says "Yes, Daddy" on it. 5 stars. #1 review from Canada.
Yes, Daddy.
Wink, wink. Fun times. Where had new adult activity mode unlocked. This guy's cool. Wow. Okay.
Wait, it's a ski mask?
It's a ski mask
We're
that
back
says.
onto Gimp masks.
Yeah,
again,
it's
Alex,
a ski
just to
mask
catch you
that
up.
says "Yes, Daddy" on it.
Like something you would rob a bank with?
No. I would no. Well, I guess it does cover most of your face, so probably. But
But is it
I
like
think
a balaclava or it's like goggles?
it's a balaclava. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So you could, but I think also if you have something that distinctive, you know, I think they could like track your purchases as well and find, oh, you bought the Yes Daddy thing on Amazon a couple days ago, so we know this was you. Amazon is
That's amazing.
so check it out if you need a sweater for your skinny pig. Which is, you know, I think
Stefan, you do seem like the type of guy that would get like a fucked up animal.
well, I have a cat.
No, I know, but like, you know, I got this spider monkey or whatever.
No, I don't think I could do it. I'll go get the cat right now. I haven't shown her on the pod for a while. I'll go get her.
No, don't worry about it. Yeah.
I'll go get her. Yeah.
Well, you didn't even ask if Alex likes cats. Do you like cats, Alex?
They're fine. I'm kind of neutral on them.
Okay, thank you. Likewise. But Stefan's always like, "Oh, you got to see my cat," and Dan and I are like, "We don't care, man."
I like
pretty
cats.
cute.
I just don't.
That's Kiki.
Yes.
Hi, Kiki.
Do you have a like? What's she got on? Is that like a collar or something?
Yeah, she has like a little jester's collar on.
Oh,
yeah.
For what? Why?
Loves
I
it.
thought she
how happy
hated
she
stuff.
is.
I thought she hated stuff like that.
No, she loves it.
Okay.
Love it. Yeah, she loves it.
You know what would look great on Kiki? An eye patch that falls off.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I can do that.
You should definitely get Kiki an eye patch. For Halloween, dress her up as a pirate or whatever.
We've tried to do like the full like cat sweater or whatever, and it's just not. I think most cats don't like that. For good reason. So, but she's fine with stuff around her neck. She's fine with like a little collar, a little frilled collar. She likes that.
It's because you're always choking her.
I will say it is
like
it
father
is,
like son.
sometimes what I'll do is I'll like what I've been doing recently with Kiki is I'll pick her up and I'll pretend she's like a gun and I'll like shoot her at Irene. I'll be like, "Brr," and it's so funny. Irene loves it. It's great.
That's great stuff, man. You
It's
should
pretty
definitely
cool.
keep telling that story.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Speaking of stories you can tell, let's move on to our social media updates.
What a fucking good segue. Now let's move on. It's time to discuss what popped up in your feed. Who are you following? What did you see? Sports or politics, tweets and skis, hot takes on the TL or fast food freaks. It's our social media update.
Really saved you from yourself there, Stefan. Alex, we always like to start with the guest. What's going on your social media?
Okay, I am excited to talk about this. I have been getting a lot of reels of people, especially women, on carnivore diets.
Ooh.
Oh,
yeah.
no.
I love
Do you-
this shit. This shit is insane.
Do you get these? Have you guys talked about this?
I feel like we must
sort
have
of talked about Jordan Peterson's daughter, right? I feel like she's kind of the
because she
poster
went all
child for
beef.
the.
And there's a fast food review guy that I don't want to say I like him, but he's a Canadian fast food review guy named Ken Domick. And he's somewhat recently become a carnivore guy, and it's so nasty because he'll just eat like gray steak covered in butter, and it's just disgusting.
Yes.
But is it just stuff like that mostly, or?
Yeah, it's horrifying. It's like hot, skinny women eating sticks of butter and like mounds of ground beef. I'm like,
Oh my God.
I'm so fascinated by it because it's just so clearly not what you should be doing to your body. And they're so steadfast in their belief that like this is right and everyone else is an idiot. And it's just like, I just can't look away. There's this girl who I was trying to find actually, and I think she deleted her account.
I thought you were gonna say I think she
her
died.
name.
Yeah.
She overdosed on beef. She lives in Canada. Her name is Maxie, and she was like an undergrad student. And I'm talking about her in the past tense because her account is deleted, but I think she is still with us. But she would wake up at like 4 a.m. to like study and then would go to sleep at like 6 p.m. and was always like talking shit about other people at her university who like didn't follow this carnivore diet. And I was just obsessed with her. She was so great. And she just looked so deranged in an amazing way. And she's like a science major and is always talks about it as though like this is what you need to do to excel as a science major. And I'm like, babe, I have a PhD. Like I did not get there from eating sticks of butter and raw liver. Okay.
These are the types of scientists you're looking to have on your podcast to really show people that we're kind of cool and we're very,
oh my God.
We got a lot of good stuff
Max
going on,
Z,
actually.
if you're listening, I would love to have you on the podcast.
What? Okay. Now the carnivore thing, like I know that part of it, because Stefan has talked about it before and we've kind of talked about it a little bit with Jordan Peterson and stuff, but like, where does the butter come in? I'm a little confused with the, like they're just eating sticks of butter
Just, they will
because
straight
it's
up eat
produced
sticks
by
of butter.
cows or what? Like what, how does that fit into the diet?
It's like the fat in it, I think, is good, is their idea. But yeah, straight up, they will just eat a stick of butter, like on its own. It's insane.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
And
really
like
cool.
raw milk is a big thing for them.
Yeah.
I
great,
do know
great
that.
timing on drinking raw milk right now, by the way. This is like the time you definitely
What's
want to be
happening?
drinking it. There's like the bird flu, and like the one way humans can get it is by drinking raw milk.
Yeah, the next pandemic is for sure going to start from some fucking trad wife influencer drinking raw milk.
Yeah. The one I remember, and I was trying to find because there was a news story about it, but there were people in like, I want to say it was in Portland or just outside Portland a few years ago, and they were drinking what they called raw water, which is they would go into like, they'd like break into like a reservoir and drink just like unfilled, like the water before it went through the treatment plant. And they'd all just got so sick because they're just drinking like
But
bacteria.
what is the fucking point of that? Like,
Well, the idea is, they're putting fluoride or whatever in our water, so we can't drink it. We got to drink it before. And it's, yeah. I mean, the one I always remember, and I think maybe I've talked about her on here before, but Melanie Mack was, I don't know if she's on Twitch anymore, not to go back to Twitch, but she was a fairly successful Twitch streamer who was admitted to the hospital like multiple times because she would be on like a meat-only diet and forget to drink water. And so she'd go in because she was so dehydrated, and they'd have to just put her on fluid because she was just eating beef and bacon and butter for like a week without drinking any water. So Dan, you need to listen up. You've been drinking more water recently. I want to give you.
So you're a big fan of that Melanie Mack lady, right?
Well, she's great. She's a great streamer. No, she's like a total psycho. She's like totally nuts. Really not a good person at all. But yeah, we'll every so often go to the hospital for literally just forgetting to drink water.
Doesn't the carnivore diet also you can only drink water?
Yeah, so you're fucking it up even worse. Yeah,
really stupid. Because it's like I'm looking at the carnivore diet just on like a page about it right now, and it's like what you can and cannot eat. And it's like restricted foods include, and it's like everything. It's like vegetables, fruits, high lactose dairy like milk, yogurt, soft cheese, legumes, nuts and seeds, grains, alcohol, sugars, and beverages other than water.
Yeah, that sounds like so much fun. That sounds great.
Hook me up, man.
I mean, that's the thing. It's like, it would be one thing if it weren't like actually dangerous to eat this much fat and like this few vegetables, but to also, you were put on this earth for one lifetime. Like I cannot imagine eating 2 sticks of butter and that's my food for the day. Like,
Yeah.
what?
Just
It's
enjoy yourself.
crazy.
You don't have to eat raw liver, Like it's I
Yeah.
don't know. I'm glad it's still going because it was one of those things that did seem like a bit of a fad like 2 or 3 years ago. And I'm glad to hear it's still going strong because it's so disgusting every time I see it. Because it also never looks good either, right? Like I think it's obviously possible to have steak that looks good, right? And bacon that looks good, but they never do a good job cooking it. So it looks awful as well as like being quite bad for you. So I'm so
there's this girl,
glad you brought that up.
and steak and butter gal on Instagram is really
Okay.
I just hate that the username alone makes me feel terrible. I'm just like, fuck off. It's so nasty.
It's so gross.
It's also like, I do think it's very, and I get why this is the case, but it's like anytime you see some psychotic diet thing online, it's only ever like a conventionally attractive white woman. Only ever.
Yeah.
It's never just like, here's a 45-year-old guy in some place who's like, I love this great. I only eat hay. My diet's hay. I'm going back to. I eat like a horse, hay and oats. And you're like, okay, you never see that guy. It's always some 22-year-old like blonde girl being like, hay is actually really good for you, and here's why. And you're like, oh fuck.
Have you guys ever done like a crazy diet like that?
No, I mean, I'll just eat a lot of chips or something, or I'll go like a week where I just eat like cheese bread, like cheese bread sticks, like that sort of thing. But
So for Stefan, it's all unintentional.
yeah, it's not like planning it out. It just kind of happens. Yeah.
Stefan gets to Sunday and he
Totally.
goes, oh, I've only eaten cheese sticks this week. That's
Yeah.
crazy.
Oh, that's why I feel so bad. all the time,
I've never
I guess.
really done a diet, I don't think. I mean, the only thing that I can sort of think of, but this again is not a diet, but me and my friends in high school, sometimes we would do McDays where every meal you eat is McDonald's,
Yeah.
which Dan still does quite frequently, but that's because he only eats one meal a day and it's usually McDonald's.
I was about to correct you, but yeah, you got it. Yeah,
But yeah, we would
did
do-
you
we
have
would do
McDonald's today,
breakfast-
Dan? Did you have McDonald's today?
yeah, I did.
Okay.
Breakfast, lunch, and dinner at McDonald's.
Yeah.
So you do a McDay, and we would do that sometimes, but that's not like a diet or anything. What about
No.
you, Alex?
Were you influenced by Morgan Spurlock?
But me?
Yeah, we
R.I.P.
Yeah, we were all alcoholics and pretending that it was McDonald's that was fucking us up. No, I never saw Super Size Me because I'm too squeamish.
Yeah.
So, like,
also,
the
you don't
idea of
watch
just-
documentaries, I feel like.
Yes, I do.
Do you?
I watch tons of documentaries.
I
you
thought
don't
you
even
just watched
know me.
Pixar
dude.
movies.
Well, I like Pixar movies.
I know
for sure.
that,
I haven't
yeah.
seen Inside Out 2 yet.
That's shocking to me, honestly.
I gotta go see that.
Yeah.
They got some new emotions on there. I don't know if you know about that stuff.
I saw they added anxiety, I think.
Yeah, they added PTSD.
Yeah.
Which has been really
Yeah.
eye-opening for some people.
If you haven't seen Super Size Me, I don't think Inside Out 2 will make sense to you.
Yeah, they're sort of in the same canon. They're the Spurlock to Inside Out pipeline is very very streamlined. Have you ever done a weird diet, Alex?
I mean, I was like vegan when everyone was vegan, but that's just a thinly veiled eating disorder. And yeah, I mean, the way I did it, like, I'm not saying all
Right.
vegans are disordered in eating, but like, I think being vegan in college for me was like, oh, I can just not eat and call it veganism.
Yeah.
And,
The cafeteria had no options for me again.
yeah, exactly.
Oh God, and I'm complaining. I mean, I am complaining.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's not very fun, but that's only like one
Right.
of those Instagram diets that I really feel like I've actually done.
That's fair. Stefan, what's going on in your social media?
Well, this kind of also is related to food and
Mhm.
and being online. And I wanted to provide a little update on our friend Joey from Joey's World Tour. We don't have to watch a video, John. Don't worry. Alex, do you know who Joey is?
Well, only because I actually don't know who he is, but I did listen to your Ike Barinholtz episode and you talked
Yeah.
about him a lot. And
Yeah, we.
I didn't even look him up. I just kind of kept
No, that's
listening.
that's fine. Yeah, that's fine. So Joey is a fast
That
food.
means you have a working brain.
Yeah.
Like if you listen to that and you're like, you know what, I'm not going to
I gotta
investigate this
check this guy
further.
out. Yeah.
That means you have a healthy brain. If you listen to the Joey stuff and you're like, I gotta go see what that guy's up to. I'm gonna go
Yeah,
do
what's
some
this guy's
further
deal?
research.
Yeah.
Then that's when you
yeah,
have
I was
a
like,
real
I trust
problem.
them.
Yeah. Yeah. So he's a fast food review guy. He's a big slob. He's got really nasty politics, so I don't feel as bad making fun of him because he is like a legitimately bad guy. But he hasn't done a new video on YouTube, like a full review, since the beginning of April, which is the longest he's ever gone.
Wow.
And we
Yeah.
are sort of beginning to think that maybe he's moved past it for health reasons. If I
Like
had to
life?
guess, well, so the update here is I've been looking at his Twitter because he does still post,
Yeah.
but most of his posts now are him replying to like, you know, those like content aggregator accounts where it's like, oh, like what's your favorite like 80s comedy, you know, like that sort of thing. And he'll just reply to stuff like that with like one word answers. In this case, he replied to an account named, just bringing this up here. Dan's got it, I think. Jules Personality, which has the blue check mark, of course, with and they posted a horrible AI picture of literally a stairway to heaven, clearly AI generated, looks like total shit. The question was, do you believe in heaven? Yes, no. And
they know they could do a poll, right? You can do a poll on Twitter where you can make those two things the options.
Of course. But then I think if they do the poll, they're not getting as many replies.
Right,
is
of
probably
course.
what it is,
Yeah,
right? Because Twitter now is if you have a blue check mark, you can get paid for the amount of interactions you get. So clearly that's what they're just trying to game the system here. It's a total piece of shit website.
Why am I not doing that?
You should do that.
I
That's
should
the
be
one
doing
reason to
that.
be on there. The account is actually called @postingoften, which I didn't notice before. That's actually a pretty good name. I
Really
will give them
good,
that. But just
Dude, I'm
total-
gonna be the next Eric Alper. I'm gonna get fucking
you should try.
verified, and I'm just gonna start getting.
Do
I'm
it.
just gonna start mixing it up.
Give it a go. Anyway, do you believe in heaven? Yes, no. And this sort of tells you where Joey is at in that his reply is not yes or no. It is, we're already dead and in hell. And
What?
And he's like he's a pretty positive guy.
Yeah,
I feel
that
like most
seems
of the time.
very out of character.
So,
for Joey.
you know, no video in like 3 months at this point. He's posting stuff like this. I don't know.
Did
We'll
someone
see what's
hack his
happening.
account? I mean, that
No.
seems crazy from
No
Joey.
one hacked his account because all his other posts are definitely him.
Because I'm looking at Cameo, and he's done cameos
he's
like
done
a
some
week
cameo.
ago.
He
He's
did a
still
cameo
doing
for
them.
me and Jesse, actually.
Oh, he did. Okay.
Yeah, so he's still doing cameos, and in fact, in the cameo, we asked him, "Hey, when are you going to start posting videos again?" And he's like, "Hey, muchachos, don't worry. There's videos coming down the pipe." And it's like, no, it's not. It's not happening. I think I've just given. You know what? Like, I mean, I've talked about. Surely I've talked about the Colossus on here before, right, John?
Yeah, and he wouldn't say what it
promised-
was, or
Over a year ago now, last March, he promised he was going to be doing a video that month actually, called the Colossus. Never did it. We've asked him a few times about it. It's clearly not happening. And now we're at the point where not only is he not doing the Colossus, he's just not doing videos, period. And then you see something like that. I don't know. I don't think we're getting a Joey video anytime soon. Is all I'm going to say.
well,
But
I think we gotta go find the Volvo dealership he works at. And,
Well,
I
the
know he
thing
got
is,
fired from there.
He did get fired from
Yeah,
the
but
dealership.
we're gonna
he
go
worked at
find
as
him,
well.
and we're
Which
gonna
is like
see
you
what's
got
up.
fired. Now you have the free time to do videos, right?
Mhm.
Anyway, I shouldn't be
I'm
as mad at
realizing
this
I'm-
guy as I am, but sorry, Alex, go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, I'm realizing I actually did retain a lot of information about Joey from that episode.
I'm so sorry. I'm really sorry.
I did
Like,
kind
you
of
said
notice
Colossus,
on your
and I
face.
was like, yeah, when is he going to do that?
I noticed that on your face of you being like, I've heard of the Colossus.
Oh God.
That's how often we
You guys
bring it
have
up on
complained
this
about it before.
dumb, stupid show. And don't say you guys, please. I don't give a
No, this is
fuck
me. This is
whether Joey
John
does
is
the
not.
Colossus or
Don't.
not.
I feel bad when John gets roped into this because this is all me. This is 100% all me. So I'll take the blame for this one. Yeah, that's my Joey update. It's not doing
He's in
well.
hell, apparently.
He's in hell right now. So
God damn.
Yeah.
That sucks.
Yeah.
Well, I have an update, and I think this is a perfect episode because Alex, we haven't really talked about your background, but you're from Virginia and you've been living in London for the last 2 years. Is that right?
Yeah, very good.
Okay, good. I got one thing right apparently from our conversation. And so, you know, you are probably keenly aware of just the vibes in London in general. So I was there. That's how I met Alex. Alex is a good friend of Danica Tebow, who is obviously a great friend of our show. And when I was there, was at the same time as the Major League Baseball London series between the Philadelphia Phillies and the New York Mets. And so I had a tweet about this that went viral. And I will say that this is not, my social media update is not the fact that I had a tweet that went viral because I don't really care about that. But some of the replies to this absolutely pissed me off. So here's the tweet. The Phillies are playing in London this weekend, and there are tons of Philadelphians here. Hearing the Philly accent alongside the British accent is a feat of the English language even God himself could not have imagined. Okay. Now, I'm getting a lot of interactions on this, and I will say, to Philly's credit. Now, well, before we get to this, Alex, have you been to Philadelphia before? Are you a Philadelphia fan?
I went on an orchestra field trip in 12th grade and I liked it.
Okay. Everybody says Philadelphia is good. I know, Stefan, you're a big Philadelphia guy.
I've been there once and I loved it. It was great.
Yeah. Okay. So I have never been to Philly, but I will say most of the replies were really, really great. Like, it was almost exclusive, because the reason this went so viral, I think, is because a few like big Phillies accounts like retweeted it, like sports reporters or whatever. And it was mostly just replies of people being like, I wish I was in London. I really want to go to this. I wish I was part of the London takeover, blah, blah, blah. But a couple people replied with, well, actually, the Philadelphia accent is thought to have been like a direct descendant of the English accent.
Okay.
And it's actually the closest to, like, people say that if the British accent had evolved, it would sound like the Philly accent. I'm like, shut the fuck up. Shut up.
I didn't come to Twitter to learn. Okay.
Yeah, absolutely not. And it was just like, yeah, some of the tweets were just like, what is the point of this? Most of the people were just like having a great time in the replies. And then, it was like, I think one person literally was like, I'm a linguist. And actually, like there's this one from the little linguistics research I've done. It is said that the current Philadelphia accent is equivalent to what the 17th, 18th century British accent sounded like. Great. Fucking great info.
All right.
Who gives a shit?
Yeah.
Fucking
the
useless.
dangers of going viral, John. It's not good.
Piss me the fuck off.
I'm sorry you had to experience that.
I mean, for the most part, it was nice. It was just a lot of Philadelphians in my mentions being very cool, But if you see a post like that and your first instinct is to start delving into the linguistics of it all,
I mean, it's classic Dutch posting, John. Is what it is.
It is classic Dutch posting,
which we haven't talked about.
I
for a while,
was shocked that these people, but Stefan, and you know this, as you know a little bit about history, and I'm sure Alex, you do too. Pennsylvania, very closely tied to the Dutch.
That's true.
So
that does explain it, actually. Yeah,
that kind of explains it, because I was going to say it wasn't. So, Alex, what Dutch posting is the idea that if someone pedantically corrects you on Twitter, there's like a 90% chance they're a Dutch person, because like Dutch people don't have a sense of humor, and they can't they think everything is like something to be corrected. And so, in this case, there was no one named like Wim van Niederhorn replying to my posts. But like, if it was some Philadelphian people who maybe have a little bit of Dutch in them, that's what we're getting.
Yeah, that's what it sounds like.
So anyway, Philadelphia, you're cool. It was fun to be around you at the Crown Jewels, talking in your accents and saying the word John. They say John all the time, which is my name, and I like that. Okay, that's
Philly
it.
people do? Okay.
Yeah, they say like, what is
John.
this John?
J-A-W-N.
Like J-A-W-N. It means it just was like it's like a word for like any type of, it can be a stand-in for like any type of object. Like you say you're fixing something with your dad, and your dad's like, hand me that John, and he means like the screwdriver or whatever.
Okay, who's Dutch splaining now?
Whomst among us, what can I say? Sometimes I do go full Dutch. You never want to go full Dutch. Speaking of going full Dutch, let's move on to our block tale.
What did you tweet? You brought receipts. Block tale, woo! No longer can see the post. It's a block tale, woo! You probably deserved it. It's a block tale.
All right, Alex, the floor is yours.
Okay, so I brought a kind of exercise I've been doing actually. This year, I decided I wanted to be less addicted to my phone, and I've decided that previously, but this year I really got serious about it. And obviously, Instagram is big in that way. So something I did this year is I muted almost everybody's stories on Instagram, including some of my closest friends. Because it was wasting too much time, and then two, it made me feel bad about myself, especially like other comedians seeing their, not even like them excelling at their art, but just like, I'm on the show. It made it feel like I wasn't doing enough to see like everybody being like, I just posted this reel, I'm doing this shit, whatever. So it's been incredible for my mental health.
Wow.
And I highly recommend everyone do it. Yeah.
Wow.
Okay.
Was that now, pardon me, like how labor intensive was that? Like you had to physically go to everybody's profile and like mute them?
No, well, I just did it as they came up on stories
Right.
because some
I
people
see.
don't post enough to warrant it.
Right. So you'd go in their
but-
story, you'd click like, don't show me this anymore, or mute stories from this person.
Yeah.
And then you just go to the next one and okay. Yeah, you could probably
Exactly.
you could probably knock a lot out of the way that way. So
Yeah.
that's
Did
smart.
Take an
you do-
afternoon.
Did
Yeah.
you do the thing where you like restrict your app use as well, where like your phone locks you out of the app after a certain amount of time?
Yeah, but I blow through that literally every day.
It's never good to like it absolutely, the warning comes up on your phone like you are an addict, where it's like, do you want one more minute? You can
Yeah.
have one more minute if you want. You want 5
Yeah.
more minutes? Like it's like, don't.
I've never tried that because it wouldn't work on me. First of all, it would just make me feel bad, which I guess is kind of the idea. But for me, the thing with Instagram, it's not so much the stories, it's the reels, because it's the same thing as like TikTok, I guess, where you're just swiping through it, right? And it's just so easy to swipe through and watch a cat video or a hockey video or whatever, right? And like it just like the time just like melts by, and it just doesn't feel good, right? You'll do it for like 20, 30 minutes and you're like, what? That was just a huge waste of time. You know, it's awful.
Yeah, it's kind of two different things for me though. Like it's like with people I know, it's not feeling jealous or bad about myself. It's like a comparison thing. Whereas like with reels, it's just like completely dissociating,
Yeah.
which there is a time and place for that.
Of course. Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like Instagram especially, they really turned on the faucet when it comes to like posts you didn't ask for. Like
Man.
it was such
Totally.
it was
Crazy now.
such a
Yeah.
slow drip at first, where
Yeah.
it was like, you know, it's mostly still just your friends' photos and videos, and then like every 9th or 10th video, hey, you probably like hockey, here's like a classic hockey clip or whatever. And now it's like every other post, and sometimes it's multiple posts in a row that have nothing to do with your friends, and like it sucks. And I got to try to find a way to get around that shit too, because I did the app shut down for a while, and then I just got a new phone and it took all the constraints off of it, and I just never put them back on.
Yeah.
So I feel like I gotta get back into that zone.
The worst thing on Instagram to me is, because I've never signed up for it because it's like, it's insane, but like Threads, because even if you're not on there, they'll show you like a bunch of like posts on Threads, but they'll do it in such a way where it only shows you like the first half of the post. And if you're like, well, okay, I guess I'll click on this and see it. If you click on it, it's like, do you want to sign up for Threads? That's the only way you can see this post. And it's like, no, I guess not. And it happens, it tricks me every single time.
Yeah.
And because I don't want anything to do with Threads at all.
Oh,
And
Threads is a nightmare.
They're just pushing it so hard. It's crazy.
Yeah.
It's brutal. Yeah.
It's not good.
Yeah.
A lot of stuff I don't like on Threads.
Yeah.
Every time I've been on there,
Are
it's
you
like,
on Threads, John?
well, I have it, but I never check it. And then like it'll be kind of exactly what Stefan said. There'll be some kind of thread that pops up in my timeline where I'm like, oh, okay, I want to see the rest of that. So I click it, then it opens my threads. And then I'm like, okay, let's see what's going on. And then it'll just be like it'll be like, the first thing I get is like a brand post I hate. Then the second thing I get is like an anti-Palestine thing. And then the third thing I get is like a pro-abortion thing.
Yeah,
and I'm
you
like,
can't
okay,
control the feed at all, right? Like there's no way to,
There's no controlling and I did one thread ever, but I think this is I stand by it. This will be my only thread ever. Because I don't want to be on it, but I just wrote, more airports need ice cream shops. Kind of fucked up how hard it is to get a pre-flight milkshake. And I stand by that wholeheartedly. I should absolutely be having more milkshakes on airplanes. And I think that's a good contribution to Threads.
Sure. It's not bad.
I'm going to step away.
Yeah. Nice work.
That's all. I had some people argue with me about that. They're like, yeah, let's have a bunch of sugar and dairy right before I board a flight. I'm like, sorry, your stomach can't handle it.
Yeah.
That's between you and your God, bro, because I can house a milkshake. No trouble. No trouble.
Yeah.
Especially in the air. Okay, we've got a great listener block. This one comes in from our friend Mitch. Mitch says, hello, my blocked dudes and guest. Here's a good old sports block that made me feel young again. And I feel like, Stefan, you're going to really relate to this. And Alex, as a non-Canadian, this might be a lot of words in here that make no sense to you. Because this is a hockey-related block. Do you know anything about hockey at all? I feel like Virginia, very much not a hockey state.
No, yeah, not at all.
Okay.
The closest it gets probably is when people mispronounce Hokies. And see, that's a good joke right there.
Yeah, that was
pretty good, actually.
Thank you.
I wouldn't call it a joke, but it is certainly, it had some logic.
That's how people describe my stand-up. I didn't laugh a lot, but he was making a lot of sense. There's a lot of sense up there. So Mitch says, as you guys might know, I'm a long-suffering Flames fan. It's fair to say the last couple of years have been pretty painful. Never mind the fact that the fucking Edmonton Oilers are in the Stanley Cup final. Now, this was when Edmonton was in the Stanley Cup final. We know now that they did lose in Game 7.
Thank God.
Mitch says, so to make myself feel better and against my better judgment, I started combing through the Oilers subreddit to unleash some rage. I found a relatively innocuous post about the upcoming Stanley Cup final and the Oilers' chances. And I commented using one of Stefan's favorite phrases on Reddit to camouflage my true intent. I wrote, Flames fan here, I come in peace.
Yes. Yep. Yep. I love it.
But then I followed that with, I wish you and your team nothing but pain and suffering. I hope you lose in 4.
And they almost did.
Yeah, a benign and unimaginative comment by me, to be sure. But the first response I got wasn't from some Oilers fan, but from a Flames fan saying, another Flames fan here. I hope you guys win. Bring the cup back to Canada where it belongs.
Oh,
well,
disgusting.
Fuck that guy.
Oh my
what an
God.
Embarrassment to Flames fandom to have some dudes simping for the Oilers because they are Canada's team. The Canada's team thing has been and always will be the stupidest line of argument.
Thank you.
If it can't be my Flames, I'd rather it be any other American team over a Canadian one.
That's the correct attitude to have, to be clear.
Absolutely. So I respond, thanks for the post. We've removed you from Flames fandom. Thank you for your service. He says, LOL, okay, buddy. And I respond with, it seems like if you were a real fan, you wouldn't want your biggest rival to win anything. And then he says, I'm not that petty. I went to respond back saying, I am that petty, but I found out that the Oiler mods had said that was quite enough of two Flames fans rambling at each other, and I was permanently blocked.
It is very funny to just be two Flames fans having an argument in the Oilers subreddit. I like that a lot.
It's beautiful.
Yeah.
In the early Facebook days, I unfortunately was that troll Flames fan and was very lame for the most part. If my wife ever made me a card with all my Flames posts from early social media, I'm sure I'd die of shame. But goddamn, if this blocking didn't make me feel young again. As always, great work and fuck the Oilers.
I love
Mitch.
it. Nice work, Mitch. Good job.
Great work, Mitch. And yes, if your wife makes you a card with your social media posts on it, it's never going to be a good time.
No.
I'll tell you that. That's Alex. That happened to me. My wife did that for my 35th birthday. Was it my 35th? I think so. No, it wasn't an awe. It was, thankfully, you've aged more gracefully than your posts. And it was all these old Twitter posts I had done that were really bad that she printed out. And I deleted all my old Twitter posts after that. Very normal stuff. Anyway, if you want to send in a listener block to us, you can do so at blockedparty.com. You can also donate to the show at patreon.com/blockedparty. $5 a month gets you access to 3 bonus episodes every single month. This week coming up, we've got a great Hell Block episode where fan favorite and one of our faves, Christine Bordelin, joined us to talk about one of Stefan's blocks. So that's coming up. We also have an exclusive Discord, ad-free episodes, and the second you donate, you get access to our entire back catalog, which is over 150 episodes at this point. So check it out, patreon.com/blockparty. You can follow us at blockpartypod on everything. This episode is also available in video format on our YouTube at youtube.com/@blockedparty. And as always, if you like the show, please tell a friend. Okay, Alex, we are here at the end of the show. That means it's time for the top 3.
3, 2, 1.
3, 2, 1.
Mustard.
3.
Socks. 2. Girlfriends.
All right, Alex, what are we ranking this week?
Okay, we're ranking your best 3 professors / teachers.
Oh,
Okay.
Okay. I like that.
Because I know, John, you were an educator, and
Thank
I
you.
think that's my maybe next career move. And yeah, I want to hear what school is like in Canada.
Do you want to be a professor?
I think so. I think I want to be like a teaching professor.
Yeah. Okay, that's nice. So you're not research. Maybe.
No, I'm very done with research. I quit my job, so I have 2 more weeks left in my job, and then I'm done with research forever, probably.
Hell yeah, girl. And you're thinking you maybe want to teach in Canada.
No, I just wanted to see how fucked up your school system is.
Yeah, I think you'd make way more money teaching in America, probably. So that's probably a good move.
That's such a crazy thing to say.
Yeah.
Not
Are you serious?
not high school or elementary. Like our school teachers get paid way more up here, but I believe professors get paid more in America. But I could also be just making that up. I don't know. Okay, well, Alex, you're going to start us off with your number 3, please.
Okay, my number 3, I'm realizing I don't remember his name, but
Nice.
he was an astronomy teacher at my school that I took an astronomy class in 11th grade. And he only taught this one class at the high school. The rest of the time he was a professor at like a university nearby. And he just like didn't care. Like he would lecture and people would talk. People would have full conversations and it wouldn't stop him. He would just like keep talking and just didn't care, which I loved. And he got a substitute teacher one day just so that he could buy Arcade Fire tickets. He was like, I don't want to miss this opportunity. And the show did not even come close to selling out, which is hilarious. And then after our final exam, he handed each of us a different burned CD of a Grateful Dead concert. And I didn't learn anything about astronomy in that class.
Sounds like the class was just mostly based off of him seeing the Grateful Dead like planetarium show once.
Yeah.
He's like, I know about the stars. I can do this.
So true. Oh my God.
Stefan, your number 3, please.
This was, I think, one of my. I'll probably do 2 teachers from because I went to film school for a year, which was a lot of fun, and it taught me how to be a Twitch streamer. I'm like half joking. It kind of did. But we had a teacher who would wear and I feel like this is a classic teacher archetype, but he was like the Hawaiian shirt teacher.
Yeah, I love that.
I feel like every school has a teacher like this, and he would wear like a different Hawaiian shirt every day, like even in the winter, it'd be like miserable out. Just like the nicest guy, just like the classic, like kind of party animal style teacher. You know what I mean? Just a really, really sweet guy. And we actually, a few of us were up on Denman Island a few years ago, and we saw him up there, and we hung out with him up there, and it was very nice. So just a really, really great teacher. Older guy, wore Hawaiian shirts all the time. Just a classic teacher type, I feel like.
Love it. You know, I was pretty lucky. I had a lot of cool teachers, but I'm going to go with my second year of university. I was in honors English, and I ended up dropping honors English, but we had a seminar. So it was just 15 of us, and we had a teacher, and his name was Dennis Danielson. And great name. And he was just like a really, really cool, like old man. And I guess he wasn't that old, because I'm looking online and he's 75. So when he was teaching me, he would have only been like 55, but he seemed very old to me at the time. But yeah, he just like one of those guys who really, really cared about English. And this is actually kind of, funny based on how I fucked up Alex's last name at the start of the show. But the first day of school, he was like, I want to try to get all your names right, because he was like a linguistics guy. So he's like, just let me try and figure it out. And my friend's last name was Basie, and it's spelled like Behse. And he got it right. And she was like, nobody in my life has ever pronounced my last name correctly on the first try. And yeah, he's just like a cool guy like that. And he wrote a book about the cosmos, which like I had friends who read it and like really, really loved it. And he was a big John Milton guy. But yeah, it was the book of the cosmos, imagining the universe from Heraclitus to Hawking. And it was like he edited it basically. And yeah, it was a editor's choice, top 10 science books on Amazon. And he was just a very, very cool, just a very cool guy, very gentle, nice guy. Learned a lot from him. And yeah, I hope wherever he is, he's having a great day.
I feel like all of our number 3s would get along.
Yeah.
It sounds
They're kind of all
like
the
it.
same guy.
Yeah, totally. Alex, you're number 2.
Yeah. My number 2 is my math professor in uni, Mary Beck. She was a great professor, like, like taught the material really well or whatever, made sure everybody was actively involved in class. But the reason I remember her, I think, is because she wrote me this handwritten note when my mom died, which was like 5 years after I graduated from college. And she like found my address. She like saw the obituary, found my address, wrote me this like lovely note. And I just think that's so incredible that she cared enough to do that.
Wow.
Yeah, that's amazing.
That's really nice.
And that's your number 2.
That's my number 2.
Oh my God.
Wow.
I also loved, she was really into like gossip, and she was really into like setting students up, which is like looking back kind of weird, but she set 2 of my friends up and they broke up.
I feel like though there is a certain type of personality that can get away with that, where it doesn't seem like when you just say that, it sounds bad, but I can definitely imagine a certain type of personality as a teacher that could get away with that.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah. And that's not, and I'm not saying it's me, because it's definitely not. I was like, anytime a student wanted to tell me about anything happening in their personal life, I was like, don't talk. No, be quiet.
Yeah.
Stefan, your number 2, please.
I'm gonna go with another film school teacher. He was like a younger guy, and just like the nicest, coolest guy. Big Canucks fan, which was great because we had a lot of Flames fans. To go back to Flames fans in our class, so always nice to kind of talk shit to them. But he helped us put together like a short film, and was like super hands-on, super helpful. And I still, I still keep in touch with him to this day. And I feel like he might even listen to this show, which is not why I chose him. But I, just a really, really nice, really, really great teacher. Yeah. John?
Okay. My number 2, also university professor, very cool guy. His name, Courtney Booker. And I need you guys to see a photo of him because I think it will really kind of tie this all together for you. So if you just go to this, let me pull up the image here. Okay. Got to find the image address. There we go. Okay. I'm putting it in the chat.
Okay.
And I feel like you'll just get his vibe immediately by looking at this photo of him.
Yeah.
So yeah, he taught medieval studies. Just
no
like
shit, I could have guessed that.
Yes, it was like an intro level medieval studies course, and I remember like the very first day, and it was a year-long course, so it went over both semesters. And I remember the first day, he was like talking about the class, and he's like, a lot of people think like medieval studies, because it was a second-year course, but it was entry level for medieval studies, so it was medieval studies 200, and I remember him being like, in this class, we're going to go really, really in depth into a lot of historical shit. And the requirements for reading in this class is going to be like 70 to 100 pages a week. So if you can't handle that, don't take this class. I don't want you in here. Just leave. You can get up and leave right now. I don't care. And then he was just lying. And we definitely did not have to read that much. But just like the idea of him being like, get the fuck out of my class. And then he was like the primary source on a lot of shit. So we would be like, he was very familiar with like Carolingian times, like Charlemagne and that kind of era. And a lot of the stuff we were looking at, he'd be like, yeah, this is a photo of a manuscript, and I took it, and I'm like one of 5 living people who have seen this manuscript, and like he just had all these connections. Very, very cool guy. It was a subject that I was interested in, and he made me interested in it way more. I ended up seeing him at a bunch of concerts after that, like just obviously like a cool guy. And then I just learned right now that he interviewed Nardwuar.
He interviewed Nardwuar?
He interviewed Nardwuar
Oh my God.
About majoring in history at UBC. They printed it. They printed it on the like UBC's history website to be like, Nardwuar did history here. I'm a history teacher here. Let's talk about that. So if you're cool enough that Nardwuar lets you interview him,
yeah, you're pretty fucking cool.
You got to be pretty fucking cool.
Yeah.
So
wow.
that's my number 2. Alex, your number 1.
Okay, cool. My number 1 is fictional. It is Sister Mary Clarence from Sister Act 1 and 2.
I've never seen Sister
And
Act.
I think it's you're in for a treat. I mean, it's so good. Sister Act 2 really is where everyone shines. Back in the Habit, of course.
Yeah, great name.
Have you seen
by
that
the way.
one?
No,
Really
I'm aware
name.
of the name because that's such a clever name for a
Is
sequel.
this Whoopi Goldberg's character that you're speaking of?
Yes,
Okay.
yes. Dolores Van Cartier. Oh, it's so good. She's so good. The second one is when she's a teacher. She teaches music, and she's kind of no nonsense, but also like she knows what's best for the students. And the stakes in the movie are that they have to win a singing competition for the Catholic school to stay open. It like doesn't make any sense, but
okay.
I want to emulate her as a teacher.
You're just applying for professorships. You're like, is there a contest at the end of this?
I'm like, if you want to be somebody, if you want to go somewhere. If you guys knew the movie, this would make a lot more sense.
You're killing it, presumably. Yeah.
It sounds like a great thing you're doing right now. I love that.
Stefan.
Wow. Yeah. My number one, my 11th grade geography teacher who showed us loose change in class.
What is that?
It's a since discredited conspiracy theory documentary about 9/11. And he showed it to us to be like, you need to keep an open mind. And this was back in this would have been 2005, 2006 maybe. So it had just come out. And yeah, it's something that has stuck with me for a long time because looking back, that was fucking crazy. Because that is not a good documentary. It's wrong about basically everything.
And that's your favorite?
Yeah, because he was a legitimately really good teacher. Other than that, really nice guy. But that's the thing that just sticks with me in my mind is and it was geography class also. It wasn't 9/11 class, it was just not. So yeah.
Did you guys do well in your 9/11 class, by the way? Because I got a B.
Well, up here it was actually 11/9 class. So. John,
I did really good on my 11/9 class. Yeah. I don't have a joke. So that's all you get from me.
We'll cut it.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's
not gonna get. Nothing gets cut out of it.
Nothing gets cut, and people are used to me not landing jokes
it's
on
okay.
the show, so it'll be fine.
It's okay. Hey, you can land it with your number 1 here.
My number 1 is a 3-way tie. When I was in grade 12. No, listen, hear me out, please. You wanted to, you asked me this question and you set it up by saying, I know you're an educator, John. So in my grade 12 year, I mentioned before I was in IB. Which for those of you who don't know, you take certain classes all year long. And then the first semester is like the equivalent of grade 12. And the second semester is the equivalent of first year university. So you get credit for first year university when you go there. So you don't have to take intro English or history or geography. So I had all year English, history, geography, and I had 3 male teachers. So they were all like really different, but really great in different ways. And they kind of like inspired me to be a teacher. I was kind of like on that route anyway, but then it was just like having 3 positive male role models. I had Mr. Irvin for English, who was like a late 40s guy who was just like kind of no nonsense at all. I remember he told us, he encouraged us. He's like, if there's a book you really like give it to me to read. Because I love to just like talk about books or whatever. And I remember I gave him a book and he gave it back to me a day later and he was like, this really sucked. And just like, he's like, oh, this is just like, this is like drugstore stuff. Like, give me something for real. But he's a really cool guy.
What was the book?
Oh, I don't even remember. I think it was just like a stupid like page turner book that was like, I don't even remember it. And then, he moved to London to be a part of the punk movement. So he would like tell these stories about like going to Sex Pistols and Ramones shows and shit. And he was like fucking awesome. Then we had Mr. Baldasso, our geography teacher, who was such a good teacher that no one made fun of the fact that his last name was Baldasso.
That's crazy. You have to be such a good teacher to avoid that.
Just so obsessed with geography. He had such a passion for it. When I graduated, I got him a book that was an atlas of earthquakes. And so it's just like all the earthquakes that happened over, and it was like I'd given him $1 million. He was like a child getting the toy they wanted the most on Christmas. He was so excited about it. And then I had Mr. Parker, who was our history teacher, and he was like the quintessential cool teacher that just like, he was like in his late 20s, very laissez-faire, very cool guy. Maybe similar to your teacher, Alex, during NCAA March Madness would leave our classroom for hours at a time to go watch college basketball in the teacher's lounge. He'd be like, you guys can handle it.
That's so funny because it's like not a big deal up here, really.
He played college basketball in Canada. So he was just like obsessed with it. And he was just like, yeah, you guys will be fine. If you need anything, call the staff room. And he gave us the staff room number on the phone.
That's so good. I love that.
So the 3 of them were really awesome, inspired me to be a teacher. So that's why it's a 3-way tie. Sorry if that feels like a cop-out.
No, that's okay. That's okay.
Okay.
Yeah, that was a fun
I'm
top
surprised
3.
nobody said you as one of their top 3 teachers.
John has taught me a lot of things.
Like
that's
what?
true.
Alex, thank you so much for being here. Before we go, is there anything you'd like to plug?
A couple things. My podcast, Uncontrolled Variables, drops every Friday. And I live in London. I will be going to the Edinburgh Fringe Festival this year. My show is at 11:30 a.m. every day at the Brass Monkey. It's called How to Kill a Mouse. I'm doing a preview in London on July 14th at the UK's first only science comedy festival.
Wow.
And and you can follow me at al.berr on Instagram.
Beautiful. There you go. Check out Alex's show at Edinburgh or in London. And then you're moving back to America. So we have lots of American listeners.
Yeah.
So once you're back, follow Alex on Instagram. Go see her in America. If you're there, if you're in Edinburgh, go there. 11:30 a.m. We need the block party.
Yeah.
We need the block party hive to show up at 11:30 a.m.
Please, God.
Well, thank you so much, Alex. Thanks to you for listening. Again, you can donate to the show at patreon.com/blockparty. You can follow us on everything at Block Party Pod, except on YouTube and Blue Sky. We are at Blocked Party. And we'll see you back here next week. Goodbye.